Greetings, friend. I will show you how Rangsk solved this tough Sudoku using an XY chain, as well as the much easier strategy that he missed. See if you can solve some of these cells before Rangsk during my pause the video moments. And with that, it's solving time. Okay, first thing Rangsk did is he noticed there's a bunch of 8s in this puzzle. And since there's 4 of these 8s up here, he's able to solve for an 8 in block 1. And then he did some Snyder notation. And so Snyder notation, anytime in a 3x3 block, you have 2 possibilities for a candidate. Mark it in case you solve one, you can get the other one right away. He used that with these 3s. He also did some Snyder with the 9s in block 1. And then he thought there were some restrictions along row 2. So he filled out all of the possibilities in row 2. Then he also did the same thing. He said, I got 5 givens in column 5. I'm going to fill all those out as well. So 1, 5, 6, 7. He noticed, though, that with these 2 6s, there's only one place for 6. And so he's able to solve that cell for a 6. And then he did some Snyder 9s or 6s in block 9. Then he was able to look at these 3s and solve for 3 right here. So he's going through, he actually gets quite a bit of hidden and naked singles solved at the beginning of this puzzle. After solving this 3, he's able to displace the Snyder and solve for 3 in block 3. He did some Snyder 2s in block 6. And then he did 9s in block 5. Also did 9s in block 4, because these 9s are now a pointing pair. So he does 3 9s across here because the 9s can be in 3 possibilities. He also does the same thing with the 5s here in block 5, because this 5 cuts across. The 5s have to be in one of these spots, and so he puts all 3 5s right there. I do not advise putting 3 of a candidate in Classic Sudoku, because if you solve one of these cells and remove it, you'll think you're displacing a Snyder mark and you'll solve the other, when in reality there's 2 possibilities left. But if you like to solve Classic Sudoku puzzle packs, join the Smarty Party. Click on the pinned comment below. Become a super smarty, and I'll even put your name on every video I make. After doing this, Rangsk looks at where the 8s can be. He sees these 8s, and he sees this 8, and notices I can put an 8 here in block 5, and then an 8 in block 6, and closes out all of the 8s. After the 8s, he sees some restrictions across row 5 here, so he puts in, this is actually a 4, 7, I apologize. I will fix that a little bit later here in a 1, 4, 7. After doing that, he does column 8. He goes, okay, I got a 4, 5, 6, 7. And then he can do a little bit of the restrictions, and notices that the 5 can only be in one spot. So he's able to solve for the 5 there in column 8. And then he comes up and sees that he can solve for this 6 right here. So he solves for the 6. And this brings us up to our first pause the video moment. Pause the video and see if you can solve a cell in block 9 that Rangsk missed. All right, congratulations if you did it. It's not that hard, but for those of you who just want to enjoy the show, he forgot that he displaced a Snyder mark, and he could have solved for 6 right here. He doesn't do that, which actually creates some more complications later on up here in block 3, and we will get to that. Instead, he moved up here to block 6 and solved that 6, and kind of, didn't come back here to block 9. All right, after doing that, he does in block 3, he fills out the rest of these 4, 5, 6, 7, which he could have filled out a little bit less if he had solved for that 6. Then he cuts across after getting all those marks. He does a 1, 2, 4, 7 here in block 6. And then he notices I got, Snyder 9s down there in block 9. All right, we're kind of moving to the part where he's getting less solves and more marking. Rangsk likes to do a lot of marking here. So he then goes across row 8 and says, okay, I got 2, 5, 7, 9. What can I clean up here? And then after doing the 2, 5, 7, 9, he's able to actually solve for a 5, because he sees, there's only one place for a 5. And he removes this 1 mark, and he doesn't try to solve. He remembered that there was 3 there, which is good. This leaves a 1, 7, 9 naked triple in block 8. But it allows him to solve with these 2 3s and this 3s. He can solve for a 3 in block 7. And then he does some Snyder 2s in block 9 because of this two possibilities for 2 there. It's also a pointing pair. 2s can't be anywhere else along the column because they have to be in column 1 in block 7. Okay, after filling this out, he finishes up the 2, 4, 7, 9 here in block 7. He misses that. He just created a 1, 4, 7, 9 naked quad right here, which should have clued him in to put the 6 there, but he doesn't do the 6 at that time. After doing that part, he goes up in the block 2 and notices there's some Snyder 2s there, and then he makes some Snyder 5s up in block 3. And now he starts looking at what he's called restricted cells. So he doesn't really have a clear plan of what strategy or where to go from here. So he's looking at where there could be some restrictions, as in, cells that if he pushes on them and finds, 1 or 2 eliminations, he can possibly start getting more solving done. So he starts in block 4 with this 1, 2, 4, 7, and realizes they got the pointing pair of 2s right here, so that's just a 1, 4, 7. Then he puts some 2s where they can go in block 4, and then he fills out all of block row 6, the 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. Cleans that up a little bit, but he doesn't remember about the 2s being right there as a pointing pair. After that, he's able to solve for the 4 up here because he sees the only place for a 4 in column 6 is right there, which leaves us with a 1, 7 in row 3, column 6. After solving this 4, he realizes the 9 and 5 are restricted up here, so he solves for the 5 there and the 9 right there. And then he creates this naked pair, 1, 7 in block 5, which affects row 6, and so he's able to remove some of these extra marks and create that a 2, 4, 6 triple at the time. But this leads us up to our next pause the video moment. If you can solve for a 6 here in block 4, well, I'll give you a few seconds. Congratulations if you spot it. You notice the power of pointing pairs. Because of this pointing pair, this cannot be a 2, and then with this 4, this cell can be solved for a 6. Rangsk missed this, and instead he came down and noticed that with the 9, he has a 1, 7 naked pair right here in column 4, and moved up and did a 4, 5 up there because now it can't be a 1 or a 7. So he created a bi-value cell, which is good. And then he realizes he can solve for a 7 up here. He actually has this 5 and the 1. So he solves for a 7. Then he solves for the 1 right here. And then he's able to do a few more solves. He gets the 1, 7 in block 5. And then he can solve for the 1 in block 8 and turn that into a 7, 9 naked pair. And he notices that he now has a naked triple along row 7. It's a 4, 7, 9. So at that point, he does then see that he can solve this cell for a 6. He removes the 6s from up here, but he misses a chance to make another solve, and I'll come back to that. Instead, he puts the 2, 4, 5s in block 2, and then he moves on, and he looks for some more restrictions, and he puts a 7, 9 right there. He's like, that's going to only be a 7, 9. And he puts some 4s in block 6, and removes the 4s from row 4 there in block 6. And then he finally notices, oh yeah, I got this 4, and I got the pointing pair of 2s, and he gets that 6 solved. And he gives us a 2, 4 naked pair. All right, then he works in row 3, and he starts to fill out the rest, because again, he's not really sure where to go next. He's getting to the point where he's going to do the XY chain. He does something really cool to set it up, and I'll show you that here in just a bit. But he's able to figure out by doing this removal that there's got a 2, 5, 7 here, so the 6 can only be there in row 3. So he solves that 6, and then he puts a 2, 5, 9 up here in row 1, and he fixes it to be a 2, 9 because he already has the 5 right there. Then he's like, I'm almost done filling out all these candidates. So he does all the candidates down in block 9, and he does all the candidates up in block 4. So he's filled out all the candidates. He talks about the virtues of filling out all the cells. To me, it's a trade-off. The problem is you have a lot of clutter on the grid, But to see some of those advanced strategies, you really need to notice. I think what's best is something I see like Simon Anthony do, where he minimizes the marking, but he's always trying to lead and understand what strategy it's going to before he'll put the mark in there. In this case, now Rangsk has to kind of go through all of this just to find and remove some marks. And so we're going to do some cleaning up here before we do the nice, cool little analysis that Rangsk does, and realize that he removed the 7s from there. I'm going to fix this and make this the 4-7 like it's supposed to be. And then we can make this a 1-7. Because what Rangsk does now is he highlights all of the buy value cells. He says, hey, we're going to do some advanced strategies. You guys want a harder puzzle made from Hodoku. And so we want to highlight and focus on those. So he colors all these green. And this is a technique I might borrow from Rangsk, because now you can focus on really where the restrictions are and the pressure points in this puzzle pretty easily. All right, after doing all of that, he then notices, oh, I can move the 4 from right there. He does that, but it leads us up to our next pause the video moment. There's one of these green cells that you can solve right away. It's actually a hidden single. So pause the video and see if you can solve the hidden single while I give you a few seconds. Okay, congratulations. You're getting really good at solving these cells and helping Rangsk out. For those of you who want to enjoy the show, I made a hint about there being a cell to solve up here in block 3. Rangsk actually does see it after a couple of minutes of searching. And he notices that the 6 can only be in this spot up here in block 3. So he solves that for a 6, removes the color because it's no longer a BVC. After doing that, he then notices that with the pointing pair of 2s, he can remove a 2 from right there, which creates another BVC. And he starts looking up here and he says, okay, I got 2 2s in column 3. Is there a way I can remove one of those 2s? And he finds it. He finds this strategy that we've been talking about. And so he does a little more coloring here, and I'll show you the colors. All right. And what he figures out is that there's an XY chain up here. So you start in the orange. You go, okay, this cell is a 2. If it's a 2, everything that it sees in the row, in the block, in the column cannot be a 2. If it's not a 2, this cell has to be a 9, which makes this a 5, this a 4, this a 5, because there's only 2 5s in the column, and this a 2. So either this is a 2, if it's not a 2, this is a 2. Any cell that sees both of these, you can remove a 2. So he realizes he can remove a 2 from right there. That is the XY chain. So he removes a 2 from right there, and he's going to be able to do some more solving. But there was an easier strategy Rangsk could have used if he focused on trying to eliminate one of the 2s here in block 2. Okay, let's turn these colors back to green. And I'll show you the other easier strategy that Rangsk could have used. He was looking up here in block 1, 2, and 3. If you focus on trying to eliminate one of these 2s, it might have been a little bit easier strategy for Rangsk to find. All right, let's look up here. You notice that you got a 4, 7 right here. This is going to be our pivot. And you can see that it sees 2 other cells. It sees a 4, 5, which it shares the 4 with. It sees a 5, 7, which it shares the 7 with. These 2 are our pinchers. And so if this is a 4, this would have to be a 5. If this is a 7, this would have to be a 5. This is a much simpler strategy. It's the smallest form of an XY chain you can find, and it's called an XY wing. And in this situation, any cell that sees both of these blue cells, you can eliminate a 5, because we just proved a 5 has to be in one of them. So you could have eliminated a 5 from right here and solved this cell for a 2, which is going to get you solving all of these cells just like Rangsk did. So a little bit easier strategy. He was looking for buy value cells, probably easier to find than that XY chain. Learn more about XY wings and chains in this tutorial. So what Rangsk sees first is that this is a 1, 5, 7 naked triple, which means he can actually solve this cell for a 9. But he also, his whole point was to get that 2. So he got the 2, and he solves this for a 4. Then he comes in here and just cleans up all of block 4. That has to be a 7. That's got to be your only place for a 5. You got a 4 there, and you got a 1 right there. After doing that 1, he comes down here and got the 4 and a 7, so this has to be your 9, which allows him to clean up these 2 cells and make them a 2 and a 7, and points up here and he goes, okay, I can do my 2 and the 9 up there with the 7 right there and the 5 right there. I can do a 1 there, which gives us a 5-7 naked pair. And so Rangsk is really starting to get more confidence here as he's working through this puzzle. So after doing the 5-7 naked pair, he then actually solves that 2 that he was looking to do. He removes the 2 from up here and the Snyder mark, and he's starting to work his way now through the rest of the puzzle. He comes and says, okay, with this 1, I can clean up 6 a little bit, gives myself a 2-7. And with the 2-7 naked pair there, this now has to be a 4, and that's got to be your 1. And then you can work your way down here into block 9 and go, okay, because of the 4, that's got to be a 7, which allows all these green cells, the 2, the 7, and the 9. That's what I like about this BVC coloring, is that you can focus and just fix all those by-value cells pretty quickly. This 9 is going to displace the Snyder 9 in block 9, so you can solve for 9 there, get the 4, and then there's got to be a 1 right there. And now that he's done these marks, he can figure out these cells over here in block 7, the 2 and the 7. Then he can work his way up into block 6 because of this 2. You can solve the 7 and 2 right there, and because of this 4, he can solve for the 7 right there and clean up the rest of block 3. You know, this is going to be a 5, that's got to be a 4. Because of the 4, he now has a 5 right there, the 4 right there, and his last 2 digits are going to be a 5 and a 7. You have to see the strategies that Rangsk uses for New York Times hard Sudokus. Check out this video. If you're a Smarty Party member, I want to thank you for your support and investing in the future of smart hobbies. And of course, thank you so much for watching.